So really feeling some length into the back of the legs here, the back of the spine. Try to bend the knees to allow the chest to come down closer to the thighs. And then play with shifting your weight from heels to toes here. And then shift your weight back towards the heels. Walk your hands forward, come to monkey pose. So this is a good place for a block, or even a chair could work, or a step stool. Just kind of bringing the ground up to you a little bit, creating that tabletop back. And then from in this position, you're gonna shift back towards your heels a little bit to start to lengthen the back of the thighs. The left hand is gonna plant. You're gonna inhale your right arm up to twist. Nice and easy. If you want to twist further, allow the left knee to bend. Keep turning your gaze up towards the right fingertips. One more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center. Inhale, flat back. Monkey pose. Shift the weight back towards your heels. This time, right hand plants. Inhale your left arm up to twist. With that flat back, belly is in. And then maybe bending that right knee a little bit further, gazing up towards the left hand. Keep breathing as you twist. One more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center, forward fold. Toe heel those feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, round a lot, forward fold. Inhale, big sweep with the arms. Come all the way to stand, reach your arms up over your head. And then exhale, hands together at heart center. Good, let's pause in mountain pose here. Hands to heart, bow your chin slightly. Connect with your breath again as we come to standing. Recall that intention that you set for your practice today. Just bring it back into your heart. Maybe it's for self-care or self-love, or maybe it's for someone else in your life. Notice the earth beneath your feet, lifting your toes up, spreading them wide. As we bring our palms together, feel the energy there. And then release your hands down to your side. Big inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Take a little back bend if you want. Open the chest and shoulders, look up. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, generous fold, round your spine. Inhale, reverse swan dive, all the way up. Look up, exhale, hands to heart. One more time through a half sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, and then your right to plank pose. Pause. From your toes or your knees, lower halfway down, chaturanga, low push-up. Release to your tummy. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chest, gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, child's pose, or tabletop, whatever works for you. We'll take a couple of breaths here in down dog. Just to be mindful, if you're newer to yoga, remember that you can always take a pause in any of these poses. Don't worry about getting everything, just kind of do what works best for you today. It will come. Looking forward to your hands, step your left foot up and then your right. Breathe in, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step the right foot back, then your left, plank pose. You can either pause here, or you can move through that vinyasa series. So you're gonna lower halfway down, low push-up, hugging those elbows in. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Looking forward to your hands, step the right foot, then the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, round and fold. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're gonna move on to sun salutation B today. So I want you to bring your toes to touch. You might have a little bit of space between your feet if you like, but we're gonna inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. So you're gonna sink your hips nice and low. Couple of options for hand placements here. As you sink back, you're hinging at the hip creases. You're gonna tuck your tailbone under, keep your chest lifted. Hands can be here, shoulder height, or you can reach them high. So do your best, maybe sink a little bit lower if it's available to you. If not, don't worry about it. Starting to feel some activation in the legs here. Soften the face. Good, as you exhale, we're gonna take a wide arm twist to the right. Open your arms nice and wide to the right wall. Be mindful to not allow that left knee to shoot out. So do your best to keep your knees in a line. On your exhale, forward fold. Pedal out those legs a little bit. Continuing to breathe here. On your next inhale, sink the hips low, sweep up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, sink low, pull the belly button in. Breathe, exhale, twist to the left this time, wide arms. Relax your face. One more breath in as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank pose. Your choice, vinyasa or press back to down dog. So you can skip that whole series and just press into down dog. Or you can lower halfway down, inhale, back bend, and exhale to downward facing dog. From down dog, connect with your breath. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, come up to warrior 1. Pivot the back heel down. Walk or sweep your arms up. Notice the knee over ankle alignment on the front leg. Hips are gonna be square to the front in warrior 1. So think about bringing that back hip around so your pelvis is able to face forward. Arms are up, shoulders are soft. You're breathing. Good, as you exhale, find your variation of humble warrior. So you might drop 45 degrees over your front leg and sweep the arms back or interlace them. If you're feeling good today, you might drop your trunk towards your inner thigh and float the arms up. Breathe. Ground down through the legs. Good, pull those hands down towards the floor. Bring your trunk back up 45 degrees if you're not there. Good, release the hands, but keep them back. So shoulder blades draw together. Take a breath in. As you exhale, a little bit of balance today. Find warrior 3. You're gonna shift forward onto your front foot. Try to straighten that front leg. We'll keep the arms back today. Hold the shoulder blades together, really opening the chest. Left toes point towards the floor. Good, release as warrior 2. Open the arms up. Knee over the ankle. Now our hips are open to the side wall. Good, straighten the front knee, reverse triangle. Right palm to the back wall. Breathing into the right side. Good, one more inhale. As you exhale, take those hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And exhale to down dog. connecting with your breath. Remember, you're always welcome to come to child's pose or another resting pose of your choice. When you're ready, inhale, left leg high this time. Exhale, step it forward, rise up to warrior one. Pivot that back heel down about 45 degrees, starting to feel some length into that right hip flexor. Softening the face. As you exhale, release your hands back behind you. Open the chest. As you exhale, your variation of humble warrior. So you may just hinge forward. You might drop your trunk towards that inner thigh and allow the arms to float up. Keep pulling the belly in. Really use your legs here to help stabilize you. Good, reach those hands towards the ground. Draw your trunk back up 45 degrees and breathe. Release the hands, airplane arms, palms to the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, explore some single leg balance here. Warrior three. Shoulder blades pull together. Focal points are good. Find something to fix your gaze on here. Right toes point towards the floor and breathe. As you exhale, giant step back with the right leg. Warrior two. Look forward. Knee over ankle on that front leg. Hips are open to the right wall this time. Inhale to straighten the left knee. Turn the left palm up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Just a nice, easy side stretch here. Relax your face. As you exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Lower halfway, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, back bend of your choice. And exhale to downward facing dog. Breathing into the back of the legs here. Good, go ahead and release to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Bring your forehead to the mat. Bring your arms back at your sides. Maybe grab onto your heels for a little bit of grounding. Or turn your head to either side. Lower the gaze or blink your eyes closed. I invite you to reconnect with that belly breath. Feel the belly expand towards the mat as you breathe in. As you exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Continuing to breathe deeply. Notice how you feel. Continuing to release tension out of the face and the tops of the shoulders and the neck. Good, when you feel ready, go ahead and make your way into tabletop. We're going to take a nice, easy spine twist here. So we'll inhale, reach the left arm up. As you exhale, slide it under the right for thread the needle. So cheek and shoulder blade to the mat. Just a little upper spine twist here. Pressing gently into that right hand. You might choose to take that right arm and bring it across your back for a little bit more rotation. Just continuing to breathe. Starting to slow down the breath. Go ahead and release that right hand if it's not on your mat. Come back to center, tabletop. And on your next inhale, reach the right arm up. As you exhale this time, send it under the left. Working towards cheek and shoulder blade to the mat. might take that left arm and drape it across your back, kind of opening up that left side of the chest. Just being mindful to keep your hips lifted here. And then slowly release that arm back down. Go ahead and press back up to tabletop, and then we'll take a seat in the middle part of the mat. Do a little seated stretching here. So we're gonna bring that right leg out to the side at about 45 degrees. And you can bring your left leg to the inner thigh. You're gonna face that right foot and sit nice and tall. On your exhale, you're gonna hinge forward for seated head to knee pose. So you're working in the direction of your head to your knee. Of course, it's perfectly fine if you're unable to make it there. Just kind of start to feel some of that length in the back of the thigh. You can move or hold, whatever feels good. Allow that right arm to drop to the center. Reach your left arm up and over. So this is revolved head to knee pose, maybe turning your gaze up towards the ceiling, starting to feel that side stretch here. Good, big sweep with that left arm. Bring your trunk back to center. Let's come to a wide leg straddle here. So both legs are going to be out. Little inner thigh and hamstring stretch, sit nice and tall. As you exhale, just like we did on the other pose, we're gonna explore a forward fold. Perfectly fine if you're unable to get there. Maybe your forward fold is just hinging forward slightly. Maybe you're able to walk your hands a little bit more forward. Just kind of do what feels good for you. You can move slightly with your hands from side to side. This is so you can prepare for your toe touch jumps later. Whoever's working on those this afternoon. And when you feel ready, start to slowly bring your trunk back up. This time you'll take that right leg, bring it to the inner thigh on the left, and then go ahead and face your left foot. Sit nice and tall. On your exhale, hinge forward. So we're not comparing sides, but I want you to just notice if there's a difference between sides here. Relaxing the back of your neck. Breathing into the back of the thigh. And then slowly allow that left arm to drop to the center. Reach your right arm up and over. Nice big side stretch here. Turning that gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels good. Relaxing your face. Big sweep with the arm. Come back to center and exhale to release down. We'll take one more front body stretch. So I want you to do, go ahead and walk your feet in a little bit so you're on the long ways on your mat. Bring your hands just underneath your shoulders. We're going to do a variation of upward plank. So as you inhale, it's kind of like a reverse table. You're going to lift your hips up, look up towards the ceiling, or drop your head down. More challenging version of this would be to have your legs straight, your knees straight, lifting your hips up. So do what works for you. Really think about lifting the hips high, engaging the glutes and the hamstrings and the muscles around the shoulder blades. Good, and slowly release the hips down. Taking your time, we're gonna make our way all the way onto our backs. You can either engage your belly or just roll down through your side. Once you're on your back here, go ahead and cross your left leg over your right for that figure 4 stretch. This might be good enough here, or you might draw your legs in, reach around that right thigh, maybe rocking slightly. Just feeling a little bit of length into the hips, the back of the thigh, the glute. And then from here, we'll take that figure 4 position, keep our legs in that. Let's let our legs drop to the right. So your legs are gonna fall to the right. Your left arm is gonna go out, or both arms can go out. Shoulder blades are on the mat. And then go ahead and turn and look to the left. Take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths into that left side. And start to slowly unwind the legs. Uncrossing the legs, pull the knees into center, reach down for the instep or the outer part of the feet. Come to happy baby pose. Maybe just gently rock from side to side, little inner thigh and groin stretch. And then slowly draw the knees back into center. Pull your forehead up to your knees, curling yourself into a nice tight ball. And then release the legs. We'll take that reclining pigeon on the second side. So right crosses over left, pressing that right knee out to the side. On an exhale, pull the legs in. And just find a little bit of movement here if that feels good to you. Try your best not to let your mind wander. So we talked about at the beginning of the practice today, just allowing ourselves to be present in the moment. Seeing how when we're mindful and when we practice mindfulness, we're more resilient, which is something that we can all benefit from right now. We'll allow the legs to drop to the left side. Extend the right arm out and turn the gaze to the right. Maybe blinking the eyes closed, just exploring that spine twist variation. Breathing deeply into that right side. And then start to slowly unwind, pulling the knees back into center one more time. Nice big knee hug. And then release your legs one at a time. Extend your arms up over your head. Take a full body stretch. Get as long as you can on your mat here. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, make your way into your final relaxation, Shavasana, corpse pose. Just allowing your legs to relax, allowing your feet and ankles to fall out comfortably to the sides of the mat. Opening your heart by walking the shoulder blades underneath you, allowing the palms to be up to the sky. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, big heavy sigh, let everything go. Shavasana is oftentimes our favorite and most welcomed pose in our yoga practice. So really allowing this final relaxation to seal your practice today. Allowing your body and your mind to be still for a few moments. Putting a pause on the mind chatter. Releasing any remaining tension. Allowing the mouth and the jaw to relax. Let your body be heavy and supported by the ground beneath you. Noticing your breath, and then doing your best to release all thoughts. When you feel ready, you can start to slowly open and close your hands. Invite some movement into your feet. Maybe turn your head from side to side. Bending one or both knees up. If it's available to you, roll over onto your left side for energy. Just curl yourself up there for a moment. Reconnect with that intention that you set for your practice today. And also take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for dedicating this time for self-care, and for your body, for everything that it does for you each and every day. Press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. We'll bring the hands together at heart center. Drop your chin down and take one deep breath into your heart. Yogis, I send you off your mats with peace and strength this afternoon. I thank you each for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to shoot me an email. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you for joining.